Well, I think it changed the rhythm of the game a little bit. I thought we came out really ready to go. I thought we were really moving good and making it hard on them, right? And then that just kind of changed the rhythm. And then there was just, wacky play after wacky play after wacky play to end the first quarter, right? So, I thought we played like really well to be down whatever. We were down 5 points at the end of the first. But then we just didn't, we didn't play quite well enough. I didn't think offensively we were good enough. We're just not in very good rhythm at times offensively.
Rhythm also in the defense. We seem to be off a little bit at both ends of the floor, a little bit too much.
Yeah, a little bit, Doug, I would say. But I think it's again, I got to watch the tape a little bit. But I think it feels like it's more at the offensive end where it's just we're too many possessions where there's not very good execution. Just on getting to a trigger or a play call or whatever. Then within the play call, the screening needs to improve and all. Just the basics need to improve as well.
Did Mark's absence impact the offense as well too? I mean, we always talk about the defense, but his facilitating.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you know that Embiid's going to try to plug the lane and the rim, right? And your big guys are going to have a number of shots, which ours did. I think 21 total, and they hit 5 out of 21, right? And that's just not good enough. That's just not making that, so the rim's getting protected and you're not making them pay from the perimeter like you need to.
At what point do you pulled out, the trap and I know that takes a lot of energy. At what point do you gauge, say, well, I think this is the time to do it? Looking at how much it would take to get
there was a stage. I think it might have been about 18 points with about eight and a half minutes to go, and I brought all the guys back in and said we're going to try to make one little last 3-minute push here. And, we got it into 11, and then you kind of he had to keep playing it out from there, right? And then you went to the, when it's getting down there again, it's still 10 with about 3 to go, and I think we had a 3:07. We had a timeout and got into the pressing, and that gave us a few new opportunities as well. So we were just trying to manufacture something.
Nick, the press is a surprise for them. How much do you think it surprises? And I'm not leading you into anything here, but the officials don't see a lot of that kind of pressure either.
Yeah, they don't. I don't. Yeah, they don't. I mean, I think we did a good job. We turned them over. We trapped them hard. I think the only time they ever got out of it was on a foul.
Right.
The only time they ever successfully advanced it was on a foul. So yeah, you probably, if they pick it up in the deep corner and 2 guys are swarming them, I think that's a bad offensive play that shouldn't be rewarded very quickly, right?
How tough was it for you guys to keep battling back to where you did, even down? How tough
it was tough. Again, our rhythm wasn't great. We didn't shoot it great. It seemed like every time we did make a nice little momentum, 4, 5, 6 point run, there was a play that would end up in a free throw or they'd bang in an open 3, we'd miss a coverage or whatever, and they'd get the momentum right back. You can only kind of go through that so many times usually before you say, screw it. Screw it, man. Tonight's not our night,
And the first losing streak for you guys since like last November. What do you think you'll learn about your guys as you go through this time?
Well, I mean, I think, we're integrating some guys back in, Doug. I think we've got to just make sure we keep, going at it professionally each night. And it's not, again, I think I would say we've played extremely good basketball. We've had a couple tough ones here in a row against some good teams. And we just got to keep plugging away at the schedule and get guys back in rhythm a little bit and get them ticking over and get ourselves back to a high level team at both ends.
Besides, obviously played some really good teams this week. Besides integrating those guys, have you seen anything different in terms of what you guys have been doing? Was Jan just missing some shots you maybe?
Well, yeah, no, I think that I said like before that the offense maybe wasn't spectacular, but it was pretty composed and pretty smart, and it doesn't look as composed. Or again, the rhythm has changed a little bit. We got a couple different pieces in there, just not quite executing at a high enough, fast enough level at that end, I think, and that's part of the rhythm of what I'm talking about.
Nick, you guys have continued to be able to take the other team's best player, at least, kind of lower than the typical numbers, but now some secondary guys have kind of bit you a little bit. Do you think teams are kind of coming in knowing that, look, this is going to be your chance if they're going to play you this way?
Well, I think they probably know that there's coverages and you got to get out of the double and get it out to those guys, right? And I think that again, I need to look at it a little bit, Michael, but I think there's, what I always say is what we've been really good at is getting back out on the weak side, covering the rim and getting out, at least contesting those shots. And it seems like we're missing a few rotations here and there, or we're just not respecting a certain guy, thinking, hey, yeah, well, we didn't want Embiid to shoot. This is the guy we wanted to shoot, but we still got to go contest him because guys are going to make them, as we've seen in the last couple games.
You got anything on Fred?
Knee bump. It was from the last game. We were a little shaky on whether he was going to make it tonight. He gave it a go and wasn't able to. There's nothing. I think they've already looked at it and they haven't found anything. It's just a hard knee bump, probably a bruise or something. But I'll get an update from Alex soon.
Coach, a lot of people were sort of impressed at how determined the team has been since the beginning of the season. Was that something where you had some element of surprise as well on your end, or were you really keeping an eye on that throughout the summer and training camp?
Well, I think we got a lot of good couple months of free basketball last year, and our team, I think, showed, from Mark to Serge to Kyle to Fred to Pascal, that there's some special guys out there, right? And they've got a pedigree of winning, they've pretty good chemistry. They'll play defense most nights, etc. So I think we just kind of carried over with some really good players. They've done a good job.